Hi, hey, and all those other greetings, Spade Adventurers, and welcome back to another video with me, Master Spins, on SpadeGalzProductions, where we have gaming and unboxings. I'm also from SpadeGalzOriginal, if you were wondering, where we have vlogs, Gorilla Cycle and Quincore, and Floral Eye, as well as more to come. It's been a while since we've done a Tanooki Tale review / unboxing. You know, technically same thing, technically not, in the way of, I guess realistically this is going to be more of an unboxing, but that's going to be because I don't really have that information on this, much information on this episode. Now, the reason for that is because we're going to be covering some Amiibo that, again, I don't know much about. And, of course, they are Nintendo. They're Nintendo characters. So, today we have, from the Smash Bros. Line, Ness and Lucas from Earthbound / Mother. What I know from this, from these guys, is that they are both from the RPG series Earthbound / Mother. The only other stuff that I know is that the fan base for it has been begging for Mother 3, which has only been released in Japan and does not have an American release. However, Nintendo hasn't really said anything about it. But if you guys did want to play Earthbound and, you know, you wanted to play a few other games, there is the SNES Classic coming out, which has Earthbound on it, as well as like Mario RPG and stuff. Not sponsored, but I figured I'd mention that for any Earthbound fans who may have not known. But we're going to start off with Ness. So, Ness was actually in the first Smash Bros. Part of the very small lineup of the 64 game, which was not actually supposed to be Nintendo characters, if you didn't know. I don't believe his moveset really changed from the original, but in the original there are no actual side specials, there's just regular specials and all of that. But they have this kind of psychic power, which they use the move called, well, they use like PK moves like PK Fire, PK Freeze for Lucas, and they've got a whole bunch of different magical attacks. Their up B is both the same for both characters, and it's super hard for me to use. It's like this lightning thing where it's like, and they just shoot up back onto the stage. But it would be very helpful for anybody who does know these characters and this series to let me know any information I get wrong or any information that, you know, I just don't know, because there's not going to be a lot in here. But for Ness, he's got his black demon eyes. And he also has his black hair, red cap with blue trim. I mean, he's fairly simple dressed, but I do like the backpack. And the reason I like this is for the fact that, again, it's another simple thing of Nintendo put out that detail that they really didn't have to. And, you know, you've got the buckle, you've got a little pin on there, you got the straps with that. It's just a really cool look. As well, they added some little design, like stitch design, on the actual figure's pants. And they even added some, like a little bit of shoe, like wrinkles on the shoe. I'm not sure if you can see from that angle. But all in all, really cool Amiibo figure, and I cannot wait to put it up on the stand. I have yet to actually meet a Ness or Lucas player in person, or actually fight one of them, like as, you know, somebody who's mained them. But if you were wondering, Lucas came in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, being actually in Subspace Emissary as well. He was actually almost turned into a trophy, but Ness jumped in and saved him from Wario, which is really cool. I'm not sure Ness's and Lucas's relationship, maybe brothers or something. I do believe they are both aliens as well. But since then, he was pretty decent in the plot point of Subspace Emissary, and was pretty cool. He's got a slightly different side B than Ness, being still again the PK fire, but it had some differences. Like, I think it was that it didn't last as long and you couldn't really spam it as much. And then his neutral B, instead of being PK plus, is PK freeze. Down B is that, like, absorb attack. You know, all that. And PK thunder is the up B as well, which I remembered. Now, he has a slightly different pose. I believe both of these are actually taunts, I want to say. Which, this is a pretty cool pose, if you ask me. He's got a lot of really cool hair design. And by that, I mean, like, the hair texture looks really amazing. You can tell it's, like, layered in the back. You've got that little swirl. They've got those spikes. He's got his hand up with 5 fingers. He's got his fist all ready to clobber some fools. You know, all in all, it's really cool. They even have side pockets. That's also really cool. Yeah. Now, Lucas is a bit bigger than Ness, so that is interesting. At least he looks bigger to me. I mean, the pants look less baggy in a bit. And his socks look a little more detailed. But to be fair, even though Ness was one of the first lineup of Amiibo, whereas Lucas is one of the DLC characters, so he was later on the line. But that's another thing. He was one of the DLC characters and one of the brought back DLC characters, like Mewtwo. There were also other new DLC characters that we covered. We did an episode for every single DLC character, including Lucas, so if you want to see Lucas gameplay on the channel, then make sure to check out episode L in the Smash Bros playlist. Well, I know it was short, but they don't really have too much to talk about, and I don't really have that much information about them. But either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you guys will be able to let me know what information I missed and shed some light on all of the information that needs to be said. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys later. Bye! Point, 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 point. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Woo!